What is going on, Libra? How's it going? Hope that you're well. I'm doing okay, staying safe, the usual, which it made me incredibly lazy and tired. So, but it's good to be as connected as I possibly can. Um, Welcome to the Yuletide season. First, I want to say happy winter solstice, which is the beginning of the Yuletide season. And of course, the Yuletide season always ends on New Year's Day, January the 1st. So, what I wanted to say is I ended up buying 2 new decks that I'm learning how to work with. The first one is the Everyday Witch Tarot by Deborah Blake, and that's the mini deck, which is awesome. You could take it anywhere with you. It's a beautiful thing. Don't have to, worry about anything getting ruined. The second deck that I got is the Soul's Journey Lesson Cards, which is my Oracle deck, and that's by James Van Prague. What I love about these are the mandalas on them. Gives you something to meditate on. So it's really beautiful. I like that. We're actually going to start with that deck. We're going to pull an Oracle card for you as kind of the overall message for the Yuletide season. Of course, the Yuletide season every single year is what springboards us into the new year. So let's get at it. What is the Oracle card for the sign of Libra during Yuletide season? Oh, I came out right away. Oh my god! You know what's crazy? Gemini got the same card, and I'm shocked about it. I just hope that whatever comes out afterward is better, because that was... Okay, sorry. Excuse me. This is the mandala that comes with the card. It's about love. Very beautiful. I like it. It's got a beautiful light lavender, very deep reds, purple, little aqua in the mix. It's really cool. What this says is, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. For a lot of you, life had not always been fair. Sometimes it was rough going, whether, you kind of initiated that or you did not, or it just kind of happened to you. Either way, life had not exactly always been kind, but you're coming to a space to where you literally can say this. It says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. You've come to this place now to where you can do that. Holy cow. It's like, is this going to come out for all air signs? Like, what's going on? It's weird. But getting into it, we're going to go over your hopes and dreams, what you're working with, what your obstacle is, and the outcome. So what are the hopes and dreams of Libra? Page of Pentacles. I like that. This is about initiating action toward getting things in order in a pragmatic way or a monetary way. What are you working with? I'll do this again. It is a new deck, so... Okay. Queen of Swords. Ooh. You're working with either receiving or delivering truths to people. Or you're receiving truths from people. The obstacle. I believe the Queen of Swords, is definitely you, because that is an air card. Your obstacle is the Knight of Cups. Okay, this could be a water sign, or water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah. The outcome. Very interesting. Thank you. The Sun. Wow. Okay, that's a shocker. I was not prepared to see that, but we're looking at very beautiful, loving energy here. Something, more toward the light side instead of trying to reveal truths, which is something like under the moonlight. That's more so lunar activity than solar. But moving forward, your hopes and dreams is the Page of Pentacles. And when I look at this card, it's as if you kind of already have the map embedded in your head as to how you would like things to go, even though you don't have the specific picture or specific coordinates on a map. You kind of have an idea, a really good idea of where you're going to take things. As far as the home is concerned, definitely the home I'm looking at, because that has to do with material wealth, pragmatics, the home, definitely. We're all at home all the time, so we're focusing on it, right? Yeah, we are. Big time we are. But you're kind of facing this with a semblance of confidence. It's like, sometimes you could be indecisive or not even have a clue about what's going on, but you still stand with confidence because you know that no matter what comes your way, you know how to push through it. The reason why you can push through it is because you have the love in you to do so. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. And because of this, you are now standing with confidence instead of fearing what could happen. These are your hopes and dreams. You hope and dream to be this person if you are not this person already. And if you are this person already, then you're definitely well on your way. What you're working with is the Queen of Swords, like I said. The truth is going to be cutting. Whether this is truth that you have to share with someone or someone is sharing with you, the blade is going to cut. It's either going to cut off ties to something that no longer belongs in the picture, sparing the relationship. That could be any type of relationship with anybody, okay? Or this could be a thing of, just kind of letting things go. I mean, like you say what you have to say, or that person says what they have to say, and then you just kind of drop it. You just let it go. That's what you're working with, is the ability to drop what does not work and just let that go. For the interest of your hopes and your dreams to be a reality, to be able to stand with love and confidence. Your obstacle is the Knight of Cups. You have somebody who is very driven to come toward you with love, but you see this person or the situation as an obstacle. You don't exactly trust this person or situation for what it is. What you're seeing here is a lot of like bubbly action, a lot of love, an outpouring of love, but you're like, wait a minute, it was never like this before, so why is it like this now? And I'm not quite sure if it actually is an obstacle or not, but you see it as one. Excuse me. I'm gonna get nosy with my old lady deck, but I'm gonna take that down. So what's good with the Knight of Cups? Is this an obstacle, or is it viewed as an obstacle? Upright. Coastal water upright. That means yes, it is an obstacle. Unfortunately. Right here is an emotional judgment point, and you have to decipher with your heart space what it is that you decide to do moving forward as far as this obstacle is concerned. Only you know what to do. You're swiftly shifting your psychology, the way that you think and believe about this person or situation, and you're doing it with love as you stand in confidence. I really like that because Father of Fire is right here. It's like you've got yourself in order. But you do have to search your heart space for a little bit to see, if whether or not you've healed from, this obstacle, whoever, whatever this may be to you, okay? The outcome is the Sun. And this is actually Leo energy right here. This is like the major arcana of Leo here in this deck. And what it is telling you is that you are now in a position to lead with love, with confidence, with truths that you receive and give, no matter how painful they may be. And it's almost like, yeah, you see this obstacle, but you kind of like walk right past it, like, yeah, I see you, but I still have to go, because I have things that I have to do. It's like you're kind of in a situation to where you're saying to this person or situation, it's not all about you. I have to go now because I have things to do. Fair enough. That makes sense. And it seems to me that not only are you going to be in a place of leadership, but according to my elemental deck, you're also in a position to begin establishing. And what you don't need is somebody overpowering you with feelings of love that may or may not have a semblance of stability and sticking around. That's what that is. Like, you hear it, but you're not entertaining it. Okay. Hold on, I'm just gonna put these back. It's kind of hard to do with this deck because when they're new, they're so slippery and slidey. It's like, okay, what am I doing? There we go. Okay, so that's what came out for that. We're just going to go ahead and pull some cards to see what other messages are coming through for you during the Yuletide season. This wanted to come up for some reason again. Coastal waters upright. This looks to me like a very deep emotional relationship that you have, or a deep tie that you have with like a person or a situation. Could be a friend, family member, even former coworkers sometimes are like friends and family to you, and you just are like, I actually feel that right now. Like, it's all up in the nose. Like, you know how like you want to cry but you stop yourself and you get that tightness in your chest? It's kind of like that whenever you think of this person. It's like you want to cry but you stop yourself and you get that tightness in your chest. Allow yourself to breathe it out instead of holding it in, only because that pain in your chest can start to manifest as a physical ailment. Instead of allowing that to happen, just breathe through the nose deeply and slowly out of the mouth. Okay? This way, whatever is in here goes up here and comes out here. While at the same time, this is acting up. Okay, trust me, it helps and it works. It gets all that bunched up energy that's stored up in here out. And the more that you do it, the better you start to feel. Just don't make yourself dizzy doing it. Anyway, at the bottom of this deck here, the elemental deck, you have Star and Hope upright, which is really beautiful. There is hope for you in your situation, and getting yourself in order as far as pragmatics are concerned, as far as assets are concerned. You're actually working very diligently on this, and you're doing so in a place of love and confidence. Okay, you may not know exactly where everything is placed at the time being, but you will figure it out. You always do. This says, I am substance, and the one who has no substance. Do not be ignorant of me. I am substance. I will figure it out. And one who has no substance, as you see me, because you see me as being decisive. But do not be ignorant of me, because I will figure it out. You're telling yourself this more so anybody else, because you only have to prove this to yourself, nobody else. You also have Mercury conjuncting midheaven. So it's almost like you're kind of reaching the ultimate height that you possibly can while inside of your body in a very psychological, communicative way. And that's fitting for you because you're Libra. That's what you do. You're an air sign. It's all about thought processes, logic. Well, you already know this, so why am I witch-splaining to you? You already know this. You already know this. I don't have to tell you. Oh, I like this. Okay, you have Mother of Earth inverted and Peace and Justice upright. So far, wonderful. I really like what I'm seeing here. Okay. No serious abrupt changes are going to be happening. You don't have to worry about any obstacles actually coming through. They're just presenting themselves, and it's up to you to say yes or no. You don't have to be on guard of anything. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to focus on the last two cards for a little bit. It says, Fate and Change inverted says, I'm controlling the uncontrollable. Do not be ignorant of me. Be on your guard. The fact that it's inverted tells me that you don't have to worry about being on guard when it comes to this person. This person's not here to threaten you or to hurt you. Okay? Yeah. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to draw your sword on guard. You don't, seriously, it's not that serious. It really isn't. The reason why is because this person, even though the Knight of Cups is coming from a very emotionally bankrupt place, let's just put it that way, okay, whether or not they're feeling shallow toward you or they're still feeling broken, it's still posing itself as an obstacle to you for either of the two reasons, okay? You'll figure this out. You already know what's going on, more so than I do. The first two cards, by you untying yourself physically from this person, or energetically, you free yourself from overgiving, or you free that person from overgiving also. Okay, that can be a thing too. It could go both ways, like I said. The sword could cut both ways, you know what I'm saying? But because of this release and untying, instead of cutting it, you're just untying it carefully. You're finding a semblance of peace and justice. It's not just for the other person, but it's more so for you, because it's about, let me look at this, because I hate when people are generic when they talk about this stuff. You have to handle these things with care. It's about reconciling with yourself what your highest purpose is. You have Venus conjuncting midheaven. You're reconciling with yourself your own sense of beauty, your own sense of value as a human being. And you're bringing yourself to the highest. Star and Hope upright. You had, Pluto conjuncting midheaven, which meant, a swift shift to the highest, to being in your highest. Not doing in your highest, but being in your highest. And this confirms that you are doing so, but exactly how. What you're doing is you're reconciling whatever differences that may have been had in the past with yourself, so that you can continue on your life path in a very peaceful way. This is what's meant to happen. Whether or not the other person agrees with it, or that situation agrees with it, is neither here nor there, because you're picking up the pieces that you have, what you're building with your own effort, and you're continuing on, whether or not people approve of it. And you should. You're an adult. You should be able to do that. If you're over 18, you're watching this. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. You're an adult. You already know what you're doing. You don't need people to make decisions for you. You could do it yourself, and you already know that you can. Like I said, you're standing with confidence. You don't always have to have the answers right away to be able to get yourself together. And you don't need to tell anyone that either, because you already know the difference. You know what? That did turn out to be much better than Gemini's reading. I'm happy I did that. That was cool. That was actually awesome. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I wish you all the best. Please stay safe. And until the next one, take care and blessed be.